Some coffee, a beautiful fire. The weather's really nice, and we're going to go check a leopard bait this morning and see if we can really get jammy this trip, really jammy.
Whilst on the way to checking baits on the 5th day, a herd of Birchall zebra was seen grazing on the flat burn. Zebra also make exceptional bait, as well as an exquisite trophy.
Right, the back one, Bob. The one in front, Or the back.
Quarter mile away from where we started, and we got the trail then and found him under a tree. So we were fortunate to get this, and to boot, we need more lion bait.
The Matetsi is without doubt a special place to hunt. An elephant bull will consume up to 500 pounds of food every day and will drink up to 150 litres of water in the same time period. Impala are plentiful throughout Africa, but are one of the most beautiful trophies to collect.
Thank you very much for that spot, and good work on making sure it was a trophy quality. And
Going, don't shoot now. One in the bum.
unbelievable.
Hey, tough.
Tough animals, but in the salt.
Probably
So
as big as, maybe a bit bigger than your one in Matetsi.
Oh, and it's definitely bigger than Peter's.
And you use more bullets.
And I used more lead. I had more fun.
Where's the to get you now?
Oh man.
Good morning, how are you? Good. What's wrong, Minister?
I'm doing this for you.
What do?
Part of the meat was used for more lion baits.
I hope it doesn't take 7 days for me to drink it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To start with, here I've got roasted peanuts. Then this is chopped maize.
Bob was keen to try all the Zimbabwean delicacies, including 7-day beer and mapani worms.
Awfully good.
Long, and a huge kudu appeared from the thickets.
Good shot. Jeez.
We got him at last, eh? Beautiful old bull.
It
Really
was
nice
almost a
old bull.
repeat.
Yeah, almost. But the scout managed to get out the vehicle this time.
Yeah.
Actually, it was about to disappear into the stick stuff when you took a nice high shoulder shot, dropped him straight away.
There is no better sound in Africa than that of a male lion. As Bob's main trophy on this hunt was a male lion, bait was needed. The bigger the animal, the more bait it provided. Sean spotted a huge male giraffe. Skinning and recovering the meat is a massive undertaking. Nothing, however, is wasted. Meat from the giraffe was hung in areas that Sean was confident that lions frequented. Using thick wire, chains or cable, the bait is secured high enough so that hyenas are not able to feed, but not too high to discourage the lions. Freshly cut branches are cut and cover the bait to hide it from the ever-watchful vultures. The leaves also provide shade and keeps the bait fresher for longer. The ground at the base of the bait tree is cleared so that spoor of animals feeding on the bait is easily recognized. Intestines and the stomach of the giraffe are dragged to create a scent trail to the bait. Day 6, and fresh tracks of a big male lion were seen on the sandy bush road leading towards one of the baits. The big male had fed. He had eaten a great deal of the meat, but there was still enough left to lure him back. Mane hairs were found on the meat. A blind was quickly erected from thatching grass and evergreen foliage. That afternoon, Sean and Bob quietly moved into the blind. The huge male lay in an opening not far from the bait.
Watch it. Just watch it, bro. There's one right.
Walking up to a supposedly dead lion is one of the most nervous times in a hunter's career.
Oh! Right. Well done, man. Excellent shot. Nice ball, man. Way to go.
Right.
Perfect shot.
Yippee-yay, okay.
That's what you were looking for. Right.
All right, thank you.
Here we are, eh? 6th day, huge male lion like this. This is the one that's been giving us a runaround for the last few years. Couldn't believe it. It looks like he's been feeding for 40 minutes. Anyway, we snuck into the blind. Pretty quiet for Bob's size, 16 feet. Got in there, and there he was, lying down on the side there, exactly there where the scout is. Almost taking a nap, but he obviously heard us towards the end. So he wanted to go, and he made an excellent heart shot. He was actually lying down, so that's perfect, because his heart would have been pushed up a little. Straight through in the engine room. And here he is.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Peter
thing
would
for this
enjoy
place.
this jammy bastard's luck today.
Yeah, we were
In fact,
jammy
it was
today. That's what we were.
Come, get
jammy
inside there,
bastards.
guys. Come
Come
in,
on,
get
you
in.
guys. All right, this is the team that made it possible. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you all. Oh, that's beautiful, Nicholas. Well, I guess this is a demonstration of what you don't want to run into at night in the bush.
Bob, just turn a little bit to your side so we can actually see the side of it with the animal. Yeah, keep going. Going some more. There you go. There you go.
A magnificent lion called for celebration. The workers and staff put on a song and dance in respect for such an awesome animal. The celebrations continued well into the night. The hunters set out early. One of the best ways of spotting game is from elevated landmarks or from trees. Both Bob and Sean climb mapani trees in search of kudu or sable. The Matesi region is famous for sable trophies. Suddenly, he was spotted. Bob, Sean, and a tracker moved in.
Yes. Well done. Excellent shot. Beautiful shot. Speedy. Haven't measured him yet, but we reckon he's around 39, 40 inches. What do you reckon, Bob? You happy with that now?
I am. It was well worth the trouble.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for getting me to it.
Only a pleasure.
Cutting up slices of the sable that we took today for jerky. And he's obviously done this before, but Sable is excellent eating, makes excellent jerky. We will.
Warthogs forage for roots on the open plains and return to their lairs at sundown. Bob makes an incredibly fast shot on a big boar warthog.
I saw the tusk, but the rest was kind of...
As if the excitement of a male lion had not been enough, Bob wanted more. Once again, baits were checked, and eventually a bait was found that had been hit by a pride. The ritual of building a blind and clearing an approach path began. On the afternoon of the 7th day, the hunters sneaked into the blind to wait for the elusive lionesses. The biggest of the lionesses never presented a clear shot. Bob waited patiently, but the light was fading fast.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't anywhere near, that's for sure. 6:45, 6:46.
Got a beautiful lioness here. We, as you'll see on the video, we watched 3 of them feed for quite a bit, and quite a job trying to pick out the biggest of the 3. One was obviously older than the other 2, and I think we've got her right here. Exciting.
Yeah, a little adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Yeah, through the bush. Finally had to bring the truck in and load on the truck and chase it, and then when we finally shot it the last couple times and it was down, another lion was coming in on us, and we had to keep the torch on it, and the rifles pointed at it while we dragged the cat back to the truck and got the hell out of Dodge. So here we have death.
Death in the long
Death
grass.
in the long grass.
How's it? It's a smelly breath.
The common waterbuck only occur in southern Africa. These wily animals are one of the hardest trophies to collect.
Well, we were fortunate enough to spot this beautiful waterbuck about maybe 150 yards off the road, stare at us, and got the shot off. He ran a little bit and then fell itself, but in the words of Sean Grant, the internationally acclaimed professional hunter and cat expert, there are lions and there are leopards, and everything else is bait.
With the cats out of the way, Bob still had one of the big five to face up to. Possibly the most feared of all African game, the Cape buffalo. A group of buffalo was spotted by the keen eyes of one of Sean's trackers. An approach through some very thick bush ensued. A slight delay as a young elephant bull halted the proceedings. Keeping the buffalo in sight, the hunters moved in to look for a trophy bull. As the buffalo had been seen in open grasslands, Sean decided to make a mobile blind. As the hunters found out, they were not the only ones after buffalo. A pride of lions were caught unawares, not far from the herd. Sean's plan worked perfectly.
There's one in the center on the left, Bob. You see the one in the center?
Looking at us?
Yes.
He's nice.
Yes.
Yes?
Right, just to the left of his ear and down. Watch him. He's second from the right. Now he's at the back. That was the one. That's one.
Sean managed to pick out a really, really nice bull,
Very wide.
wide out of quite a number. There was a little bit of confusion as to which one we were going for at the end, but we did get the right one, and he ran off, and the trackers did their job, and thank you, Mr. Grant,
Well done, Bob.
and the team
Oh,
for a great Inyati hunt. Dagaboy.
Another incredible hunt. Another exciting day in wild Africa. To camp, a porcupine was sighted. These rodents feed off roots, leaves, and the bark off trees.
Cheers, please.
Now we can all toast.
Cheers.
Sitting around the campfire, sipping cool cocktails, and reliving the day's events is safari life at its very best.
But once again, we're waiting for Sean, and I'm getting a bit concerned because progressively over the last several days of the safari, there's been an increasing amount of alcohol at night and a little bit later rising in the morning. He's refused to climb a couple of trees, doesn't want to bait anymore, and has generally become rather blasé about the entire hunt. So I'm a little bit concerned, and now we're going to end up playing golf. I fly 15,000 miles and we're going to play golf, which is one of his favorite pastimes that he suggested, by the way. So I'm a bit concerned about this entire affair, but quite frankly, I'm actually very, very pleased that Sean was able to get a special furlough from his substance abuse program in Bulawayo to come up and be my PH for for this safari at Matetsi in Zimbabwe, because it was a good one. Sean hit his first ball way out in the middle of nowhere
Wasn't that
there,
bad?
and out where the buffalo roam over
Wasn't
there.
that
And then
bad?
he took a provisional and hit another one in there. And we came up here, and he used that, you know, standard line of I found my first ball, so I don't have to use my provisional. And now he's hitting right there, and he's claiming that he's playing the Greek rules. Greek rules are, as William
You're lying.
Jefferson
I'm not
Clovis
using
would say,
Greek rules.
is moderate cheating.